Alright, hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Princess Connect Redive video. And 2 months ago, I asked you guys when you want to be seeing an update to my Princess Connect Redive 3-star tier list. And I put a poll out, and I asked you guys if you wanted it now, after Christina's release, or after the release of Halloween Shinobu. And here we are, over 61% of you voted for after the release of Christina. So now I'm going to be doing an updated 3-star tier list. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Alright, so all the characters I currently have in C tier are going to be the characters that we're going to be rating and putting them into every single tier. Obviously, we're going to start from the top and go through the bottom. I'll probably start with SS and then we'll go down like I did last time. So we'll start from the top and we'll make our way down to the bottom. So let's go ahead and start. So for me, currently, who I think is the best character in the entire game and at the top of SS tier, obviously this is a no-brainer for 95% of the players. I feel like she's easily the best character in the entire game. She does everything that you want out of a character. She can tank extremely well, besides magic attacks, but physical attacks, she's literally immune to them. She guaranteed crits, never misses on her Union Burst. She gives defensive lowering, physical defense lowering. She's just such a crazy character that I feel like her not being in a top #1 tier slot is just like, I don't know if you're trolling or something, but she's definitely like the toppest tier of character. You could argue that maybe a character's better than her. I don't see a reason why I would want to be anyone higher than Christina, but you cannot deny that this girl is at the highest tier of play. So as I said, for all of the characters here, I'm going to be rating them not only based on one game mode. So for example, if they suck at Princess Arena and they suck at Quest, but they're great in Clan Battle, they're obviously going to probably only score like a B tier and A tier. In order for you to be a super high tier character, you're going to have to excel in every single game mode, which will be Princess Arena, Battle Arena, PvP, Clan Battle, and then the main quest, Dungeon, Story Quest, Boss Battles, you know what I mean? So they have to excel in almost every single location, and if they excel in every location, the higher their tier goes. Or if they're just so dominant in one area that you just like, it's like a non-replaceable character, then of course they're going to be in the higher tiers. Alright, so the next character I'm going to be putting into SS tier is going to be also another no-brainer character, and that is going to be Summer Carol. I feel like Summer Carol is very powerful. She's great in every game mode, very competitive with Christina in terms of how like value she is turned out in every game mode. She's going to be on almost every single one of your magical teams. For Battle Arena and PvP, you're going to be having her on almost every single Magic team. So, like, she's easily the MVP of Magic characters, just like how Christina is almost the MVP of physical characters. Summer Carol is the MVP for magical characters. So, definitely deserving that SS tier is going to be Summer Carol. The next character I'm going to be putting into SS tier is going to be the same SS tier from last time, and that is going to be June. I feel like June is going to be a still very powerful character. She just has so much value throughout the entire game. Great in Battle Arena, great in PvP, and then she excels in Clan Battle, and it also excels in Quest mode. So definitely a top tier character. Heals herself out with her shield. She heals her teammates with her single target healing ability. She also has very high defenses alongside her being able to shred physical defense. Great character, probably still the best tank in the entire game in my opinion for all around purposes. Alright, so I think that's going to do it for the SS tier. I probably have a few characters that I could slot into SS tier, but I feel like having 3 characters in SS tier makes the most sense to me, like the best physical attacker, the best tank, and then the best magic carry. There we go, we're going to move down to S tier. Now there's going to be a lot of people in S tier, and I think the #1 deserving of like the super highest tier slot in S tier is going to be Makoto. Still, I think she's probably the best physical Clan Battle character in the entire game. I think her and Christina and Summer Carol are like the top 3 best Clan Battle characters. But, I mean, they compete very nicely. Makoto, for how old she is, considering she came out literally day 1, you could have pulled her day 1. And the amount of people that re-rolled for this character was a very smart idea and a very well-spent idea. Because if you did re-roll for Makoto back when the game first came out, her value has really stayed consistent throughout this entire calendar year. So Makoto being S tier at the super high tier, I feel like is very well deserved. Alright, next S tier character is going to be Ilya. She was SS tier last time, but she definitely has fallen down a little bit, simply for the fact that obviously how dominant she was in Battle Arena. You can still get away with her on offense, and she still does so much damn damage. This is why she's still S tier, because you definitely can use this character in Battle Arena and still dominate. She still can dominate in S tier. But Clan Battle, she's still pretty decent, but she can have some issues with timings and critting on herself, which can cost you an entire run. Quest mode, you never really use her, which is highly recommended to not use her, but you can use her if you want to. Her dominance, though, has been taken over by another character, but still, you definitely can't get away with using it. Don't get me wrong, she's still insanely broken, right? Ilia is still very, very powerful, but she has been dethroned in terms of being the best Battle Arena character, who I'm going to be putting next in S tier, and that is going to be Halloween Shinobu. Now, the reason why Halloween Shinobu is so high is simply for the fact that she's easily the best Battle Arena character in the entire game at the current moment. She only gets shut down really by physical defenders like Miyako and Chizuru. Other than that, though, she cuts through and cleans, wipes everything. If you combine her with Mitsuki, she just destroys everything in her path. Amazing character, easily the best Battle Arena character. Her and Ilia are basically competing for the top slot. I feel like Halloween Shinobu gets a little bit of an edge out on Ilia. I don't know. The reason why she's high S tier and probably not above Makoto is because she's not good everywhere. She's only good in really Battle Arena, but she's so top tier in Battle Arena that she has to be an S tier slot. But you really never want to use her in quest mode. She doesn't really do well in quest mode. She's horrible against bosses since she relies on AoE, so only S tier for her, which makes the most sense to me in my opinion. So let's go ahead and move on to the next S tier character, and that is going to be Kyoka. Now, Kyoka, I definitely feel like she deserves a super high tier slot. I think last time I had her in the second tier. Great in every single game mode. You're going to use her a lot in quests. You're going to use her a lot in PvP. Sometimes you'll use her, and you're going to use her a lot in clan battles. So she's an all-around great magic character, does a ton of damage, and basically almost a must-run in clan battle for a Summer Carol team. So, all right, and then the next character to be putting into S tier is going to be a new release character, and that is going to be Tomo. Now, Tomo being probably just a better Kyori overall. We all know how broken Kyori is, probably the best physical attacker, top 3 probably now. She was the best at one point, but I feel like Tomo and Christina have definitely replaced her as being a better physical carry. Tomo, great character all around. Really, really good in clan battle. She's so super dominant in clan battle and quest mode that she's obviously just a must-run character in those two modes. PvP, she's not that great in, but you can use her in some certain scenarios and some like really specific character uses. But she's so dominant in the other two game modes that she's just a must-run for S tier. All right, and then the next S tier character is actually going to be Ruka, the newest character that just came out. Ruka being absolutely insane character, very, very good tank. A really good option in clan battle. The reason why I don't have her on SS tier is simply for the fact that June exists, and I feel like June is probably just an overall better character than our girl Ruka here. But Ruka, she does defensive lowering, she knocks back enemies, and she heals herself, which is a very good ability. So I feel like she's a very, very good tank. If you don't have June, Ruka is a very solid second option. She's actually going to be super useful in clan battle for your second teams if you're running a second physical attack team. You could run Ruka if you accidentally use your June, or if your June, obviously, June, she's basically just like a June replacement. If you don't have June running clan battle, you could bring Ruka and she'll perform perfectly fine. So I think this is going to wrap up all of the S tier characters, and we're going to move down to A tier. So the top of A tier is going to be our girl Halloween Misaki. You could make the case that this girl is S tier, and I can almost certainly vouch for her being a super high tier A tier. Low S tier, high A tier. You could pretty much put her in any single one of these orders that you want to. Great, great character. What is she? I think she binds enemies. She lowers enemies' magic defense. She buffs your magic attackers. So she's a very, very good option in almost every single one of the game modes. Battle Arena she's good in because, of course, she binds, as well as defensive shredding is always useful. Clan Battle, she's almost a must-run on the magic carry team for when you do the magic damage against bosses. She's really great there. And she's also good in hard quest and main quest. Whenever you need her, she will be perfectly fine. So I definitely feel like Halloween Misaki will be performing very, very well. I kind of want to give her S tier, but I'm going to leave her at A tier for now. Maybe I'll change it around at the end of the video. But for now, she's going to be the super high A tier character. Next, I'm going to be putting our girl Arisa and then Summer Tamaki. These basically two are tied for like super top tier A tier. Very high damage. Summer Tamaki I feel like is a little bit better than Arisa. Arisa launches out Uniburst left and right, front and center. She does insane physical attack damage. If you crit on Arisa, you're hitting for like 100k every single crit. It's ridiculous. She launches out a Uniburst like every 10 seconds or something. Hits super hard. Very, very great carry character for clan battle and quest mode. Same thing goes for Summer Tamaki, being a very, very good boss damage dealer. Very strong against multiple enemies as well, so she can have some uses in Battle Arena. But I feel like her biggest like draw is the fact that she steals TP from the enemies. So against like clan battle bosses, she'll be super valuable. on top of doing insanely high physical attack damage. All right, next character going into A tier is going to be Saren, of course. Saren, I feel like definitely has fallen off a little bit since the start of the game. She's still crazy as she once was, insanely high TP regeneration, very good ultimate attack. The lower your health is, the higher your universe damage does. You never really see her used in other game modes though. For example, Clan Battle. You never really use Saren basically at all. Main quest, you can use her for some certain scenarios, but I just would not use her, honestly, over other midline attackers, honestly, like Mitsuki, who I feel like is just a better character overall in terms of most scenarios. So Saren, I feel like, does deserve A tier just because of her insanely high TP regeneration. So there's Saren. Next character I'm going to be putting into A tier is going to be Monica. Monica, definitely a very, very top tier character. Physical attack buff to your allies. I think she also gives a magic attack buff as well. Action speed buff. Obviously, action speed buffing is very, very strong. I also forgot to mention that Summer Tamaki also does give herself an action speed buff as well. Her giving herself an action speed buff is very, very good, which translates to more damage and faster attacks. So Summer Tamaki, I definitely feel like is very, very good. Back to Monica. Action speed buffer. Very, very good midline support character. So A tier for Monica. I feel like that's a solid place for her to be. Next A tier character, I'm going to be put Chizuru in A tier. I think my last tier list I had Chizuru in B tier, but she definitely has gotten better in my eyes, in a lot of people's eyes. Chizuru has really, just gotten better. Very good in Battle Arena, very good in quest mode when you need her, when you need a physical defender. She's really good. And very good in clan battle in some certain scenarios if you need to use her. You definitely can't get away with using her because of her insanely powerful shield ability, which shields you from physical damage. I highly recommend not using her in clan battle, but if you have no other character, she definitely can be a very solid tank option. I know for some magic teams, Chizuru actually can be the main tank of that team, especially if the boss does physical damage. She'll be a very great physical defender. She gives single target healing to the lowest HP ally as well. So she's just really good. I feel like she definitely is a lot better than a lot of people thought she was, including me, which I'll take responsibility for. I thought she was much worse than she has performed, and she definitely has grown on me. She's been a lot better than a lot of people had thought she has. And let's do another few characters. Next is going to be Nozomi. Nozomi, I feel like she's still very, very good, but you only really use her in quest mode now and some battle arena defense comms. Other than that, you have really no other reason to use her. Maybe you could use her in dungeon. She also has some uses in Luna Tower as well, which will be a plus for her, which is why she's A tier. But Ruka, June, and then Pekarine, when she gets her unique equipment, are just going to be straight out better than her overall. She does have a very good taunt ability, which is why if you run June and Nozomi together on a team in quest mode, they're very good. Stall comp, where you run Nozomi, Miyako, and Kuka on a team, will be very, very good for Battle Arena Defense Squad. Other than that, though, she definitely has fallen off from when she once was. I definitely feel like you could make the argument that she's still an S tier character, but I feel like A tier is very solid for where she's at currently in the meta. All right, and then the next A tier characters, I'm going to put them all together. I'm going to put Ninan, Hatsune, and then Reno all together, these three all together. I feel like they definitely all deserve it. They're going to be very powerful. Basically, all of them do the same thing. Battle Arena carry, very, very good. Ninan, very good with Mitsuki when she's paired. Does a lot of damage, destroyed Ilias. Considering Ilias are not really ran on defense anymore because Halloween Shinobi exists, she does lose a little bit of some of her value, which is why I feel like she drops down to A tier. But still, man, overall, Ninan and Reno, very, very good for Battle Arena. You don't really use them in other game modes, PvP only, really, for these characters. Hatsune, though, I feel like is definitely a little bit better than them. Battle Arena, carry, she does very good against physical attackers. Clan Battle, she has some uses in Clan Battle. If you need Hatsune, you could use her. If you need like a substitute magic character, she does really good. Quest mode, she's pretty good as well against bosses. So I definitely feel like Hatsune does deserve A tier. All right, and then I'm going to put a few other characters in A tier. Let's put Vegeta in here. Vegeta basically is just kind of like a worse Arisa. TP regeneration, very good Clan Battle option if you literally have if you're missing and you still need to run a team and you're missing other physical attack carries. Vegeta definitely can get the job done. We're going to also put Maho in here into A tier. Very, very good stall character for Battle Arena. You see her on a lot of team comps. Blinding ability, the second position enemy. Very annoying to deal with. Super powerful character. And then the last character in A tier is going to be Pecorine, Summer Pecorine. I don't know. I have a hard time with Summer Pekarine just because of how weak she is defensively. She can do very good AoE damage. Other than that, though, she has no other uses in any other game modes, so I feel like her being down at the A tier probably makes the best sense to me. And then I think that's going to do it for A tier. Let's move down to B tier, and I'm probably just going to throw them all in the B tier. We got Io, I got Ana, Exjino, and then Summer Suzume. I definitely feel like Exjino is probably the worst character out of all of them. Exjino kind of just falls short in almost every other attack mode, basically. She just has so much other better options. I mean, mostly all the other characters up here are just straight up better than Exjino. Summer Suzume, I feel like, is probably better than Exjino. Ana is definitely better than Exjino. Io is better than Exjino. Pekarine's better than Exjino. Vegeta's better than Exjino. Arisa's better than Exjino. Summer Tamaki's better than Exjino. She really just does fall short, but you definitely can use her. Don't get me wrong. There's a few game modes, a few certain stages where having her on your team is definitely a grand option, and you could use her, and she does very good damage. But that's a super specific scenario, and considering how valuable she is all around, I don't know. I feel like she does fall short, though, of almost every other character here. Summer Suzume, it's unfortunate. She's pretty solid, but she doesn't really do any good option better than other healers. Like, I feel like Yui and especially Masato. Masato is just way better than Summer Suzume all around. So you really just don't use this character ever. If you have her, you probably haven't touched her in forever unless she's your waifu. Ana, it hurts me to say this, but she is really, really low tier. However, in manual clan battle, she can do really good. If you don't use her Union Burst, she is very good. She has some uses in PvP as well. She can do very high damage with her Union Burst. Other than that, though, she gets cream pied when she has... After she uses Union Burst, she has literally 0 defenses and she gets destroyed. But in manual clan battle, you will use her and you will do a lot of damage if you know how to use her properly. Io, nothing really too much to talk about. She was decent at the start of the game, but you just don't really use her. There's a lot better magic options out there. Hatsune's better, Ilya's definitely better, Howling Masaki's better, Summer Carol's better. So you're not really using her as a magic attacker, really. Only use is in Battle Arena, and she's not that great in Battle Arena unless you get her Union Burst off. Then she's pretty good. Other than that, she's kind of meh. So there we go. Finally, we're all done. That is going to be my top 3-star tier list. Keep in mind, this is recorded on November 1st, 2021. So if you're seeing this like a year from now, definitely all these characters are probably all outdated and maybe some positions have changed. I feel like this tier list is pretty much perfect. There's a few characters that I probably want to move up. I probably would move up Misaki, Summer Tamaki, and Arisa like this. But I think I'm just going to keep it like how I had it for now. I feel like this is pretty much as equal as it gets. No, I'm going to move up Misaki. I'm going to move up Tamaki. And I'm going to move up Arisa like this. I feel like that is perfect. I'll move Nozomi up to super top tier A. And we'll keep it like this. I don't feel like there's any character out here who's a pure like C character. Exjino, she was originally going to be like a C character for me. I was just going to put her in C tier and name the tier Exjino tier. I feel like she really has seen some uses. And considering that you can use her in some certain stages and get the job done with her, and she has like pretty solid healing if you're running a full front line team, then I feel like she moves up to B tier. I feel like she's with the other regretful characters. So there we go. That is going to be my tier list. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye everyone.